Ngày mới tới ánh mắt trời bừng sáng, trái tim nóng ước mơ ta bay cao. Từng câu tiếng Anh ta luyện ta tiến, mỗi giây cố gắng làm ngày mai rực rỡ lên. Sai rồi đứng dậy chẳng sợ điều chi, dám mơ dám nói tuổi trẻ dẫn lối đi. Từ lớp học nhỏ đến trời rộng xa, tiếng Anh chắp cánh vượt đại dương bao la. Hôm nay tập nói, ngày mai nói thật hay. Niềm
Hi,
tin rực cháy chẳng gì
How are
cản
you
được
doing
ta.
today?
fine.
And what's been happening? Anything interesting?
Nothing.
And what did you eat this morning for breakfast, Jenny?
Um, Noodles.
Oh, and who made it?
Myself.
You made it yourself, and how did it taste?
Well, it was like spaghettis. So, yeah, it was good, but not much because, well, I think I made it too salty.
Too salty? Did you finish it all?
No, I didn't drink the soup though.
Oh, okay. And tell me, did you only make for yourself or did you make for your parents as well?
I really made that for my parents. And besides, if I even did, then, well, sometimes they would be surprised, sometimes they would be like, oh, okay, you can eat it. But like, dude, I made it with so much hard work and you over there just say, oh, you can eat it. But I know that they are being nice, but like, come on, it still hurts.
Okay. Yeah, I understand because you put in all the effort. And tell me, Jenny, did you finish all your homework for tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, I finished all of them.
Oh, wow. And what are you gonna do after the session today?
I know. I gonna just play games. That is probably much like a simple little game. It's like talking and like story. Well, okay. The game I'm playing before I go this is kind of named Our Life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the creator did say that this game was supposed to be having our reality in life, how to grow up, and then the character that we're playing that supposed to be friend will grow up with us.
Oh, okay. And Jenny, I want to know when else have you made something creative like a painting or drawing or something?
Well, I rarely been doing that now because how much homework and how I didn't really feel like doing it. But I only boost my creativity when just drawing.
Mm-hmm. And what was the last thing you drew?
I just drew a little girl have like ponytails, but two are ponytails on the top side, and a very and the one tied up on the top, which is actually messy, and her face was supposed to be like don't care about life,
Yeah.
and her clothes, I made her clothes perfectly to look very, very comfy and also very baggy too. And the background where I just drew some silly little guys, you know,
Silly
with
little guy. Yes.
yeah, with just a face that don't know that literally a face that I don't even think they have a dot inside.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. And Jenny, is it anybody's birthday this week that you know?
Well, it did happen on Saturday this week. It was like the the person's birthday. I did go there, except that I don't want to go there. And besides, I was in the middle of doing my homework, and my mom dragged me to go there. And besides, I did have a very noise. It's like she's screaming at me like, "Oh my God, you can do the homework later. Going to the person's birthday party is gonna help your homework. You can just do that later." That I said, "But Mom, this homework is much more important to me." And my mom says, "Are you sure? This family just raised me when I was a child, and now you're over there disrespecting them? No way. I'm gonna drag you to the birthday party." And that's how I just end up there. This sad, sad smile. Now I didn't smile anything. I didn't say hi or anything. I just have a very big frown. Except that I only frown to a grown up. But when to a little kid, a little child, especially if that is their birthday, you know what? My attitude just upside down.
I like it. And tell me, Jenny, when is your birthday?
Probably be like that, like Lunar New Year, and that would be my birthday.
Which day exactly?
Well, October. Oh no, December.
Which day in December?
December 12th.
And are you
Oh,
gonna
this. Yeah.
and are you gonna have a party?
No. Well, when it's Lunar New Year, I'm gonna visit my grandparents. Now there's not too much going on. I just go and play and then just walk around. But most likely, I would just go into my grandma room and then just sit and talk with her. Sometimes just feel kind of peaceful, but sometimes it could be a little bit aggy. Now, I'm not gonna say that I hated her. No, why would I? She's just too sweet for my heart.
Aww.
So she will sometimes just say, "Oh, you're too cold. You need a blanket." But not gonna lie, she is kind of right. The degrees out there are very, very low, so it's very cold. But my clothes not gonna really help me that much. But like literally, her blanket are very, very like fluffy. But also when you kind of like go under it, it's kind of like the blanket kind of push you down and
Yeah.
then get you comfortable. But if you're very cold and you go there, it's just like a sauna. Just me.
It's so hot.
It's not really gonna hot. It just feel warm and feel like foam somehow. But I would say no to her, but she would like, "Oh no, but you're too young. Have a blanket. You're gonna get cold." She
Oh,
gonna do that over
nice.
and over again. And I know that her condition are bad, but now this year her condition are getting better. So I was kind of happy.
Yes. Oh, that's good. I'm glad she's doing better, and I'm glad you're spending time with her. It's so important. So, Jenny, today we're going to talk about we should ban private education. What do you think about that? Should they ban it?
Um, well, I don't get it. Private education.
Yeah, meaning that not like to like a local school, you go to like a private school.
What do they mean private school anyway?
So, okay, let's watch something. I'm going to show you the difference between private and government school. Just give me 1 second. Okay.
Like they have each its own class, or is it like
They have less
oh okay, I get it.
and public schools.
We both have it. Lincoln. Stop! Ah! The movie. We went from making.
Do you think you got the best start in life? Did you end up in a school that might have resembled a zoo more than it felt like an institution of higher learning? Perhaps in the past, getting by without a lot of pieces of paper to defend your intelligence may have been harder, given that nowadays we can learn so much online and that many of the world's leading and richest entrepreneurs dropped out of university. Had they have dropped out of high school, that could have been a different matter, but many great minds have not been too keen on school. One of those minds was Albert Einstein, who famously said, "Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school." So does it matter where you go? That's what we'll find out today in this episode of the Infographic Show, Private School versus Public School. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so that you can be part of our notification squad. First of all, we should say that by public school, we mean schools that are run by the government. This could be confusing for Brits, as when they say public school, they are not thinking of schools run by the public sector, but selective institutions that demand private payment. Basically, private school, as Americans know it, is public school in the UK. It's another case of tomato tomato. We'll base this show on the US today, as covering the globe's schools would be impossible, and some of the things we will discuss are relevant globally. You might be surprised to know that in the USA, according to the Council for American Private Education, there are 33,619 private schools in the United States. There are around 5.1 million students enrolled in these schools. It's said that private schools are home to almost 10% of all school students in the US. The same sources state that there are 441,496 teachers working full-time in private schools. As much as 79% of these schools have a religious affiliation. The Washington Post reported in 2016 that these schools are virtually all white, with non-white students only making up around 10% of students across the country. As for public schools, according to the National Center for Educational Statistics, 50.7 million public school students will be studying in one of them from pre-kindergarten to grade 12 in fall 2017. Teaching all those kids will be 3.2 million full-time teachers, which is a ratio of 16 students for every teacher. The ratio in private school is 12 students for one teacher. One of the main differences of public school is the mixed ethnicity of students. Public schools in America are made up of 24.4 million white kids, 13.6 million Hispanic students, 8 million Black students, 2.8 million Asian Pacific Islander students, 0.5 million American Indian Alaska Native students, and 1.5 million mixed race students. What about costs? Well, the government pays for public schools. In 2017 to 2018, it's projected that the budget for public schools will be $623.5 billion. This means that each student will cost an average of $12,300. Taxes will pay for this. Private schools are a different matter, and they are funded by tuition fees. Tuition costs will change depending on the school. For the year 2017 to 2018, the national average for private school tuition is $9,975 per year, which is $8,918 per year for elementary schooling and $13,524 per year for high school. The state of Vermont had the highest average, with high school being $31,543 per year on average. If you are looking for cheap private schooling, head to West Virginia, where the average cost for high school is currently $5,262. We should add that a handful of private schools cost around the $50,000 a year mark. So what do you get for your money besides pretty gardens and obviously top-notch facilities at a private school, and perhaps metal detectors and patrolling policemen in some wayward public schools? Well, when it comes to the syllabi, public schools have to adhere to state standards while private schools have much more flexibility. This is seen as getting a better and more diverse education. The good news for not so wealthy people is that high school graduation rates in public schools has gone up recently. It reached its highest during the Obama administration in 2015 at 83.2% of students graduating. At the same time, 95% of private school students graduate. According to the website College Admission, just about all of those private school grads will attend a university, whereas only 49% of public school graduates will enter further education at college. If you want to get into an Ivy League university, there's no reason why you can't get in after attending public school. Top-tier admissions tells us that roughly 25% of successful applicants to those top universities came from private schools and 60 to 70% from public schools. The rest were homeschooled. Private school does work for a lot of people. The richest man in the world, Bill Gates, went to a private prep school, but then he later dropped out of Harvard. On the other hand, Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg went to a public school. When researching for how private school graduates out-earn other kids in the future, most of the stories are about the UK and how private school there seems to create most of the UK's millionaires. The US playing field might be a bit more level. After all, Dr. Dre didn't go to private school. It seems in the US, if you actually get to university, it might not matter where you studied in high school in terms of making it. At the same time, studies have found that being born with a silver spoon usually means you'll be passing that spoon on, and poorer folks with degrees don't usually jump up a class. Your background makes all the difference. A college degree, says one report, is no great equalizer. Why is this? There are a host of possibilities, from family resources during childhood and the place where one grew up, to the colleges that low-income students attend, said the report. Then you have rich folks that dropped out of high school, such as the billionaire Tumblr founder David Karp, who dropped out of high school at 15 years old. Joining him as a high school dropout is Facebook's former product manager, Mike Hudak, and filmmaker Quentin Tarantino. In light of the last person, success in the arts or sport probably is not related to if you went to public or private school, but if you want social mobility, then it's probably better your parents paid the cash for your education. It also seems that the filmmaker is the only one of the three to have come from a humble background. You may have some unique skills or be a natural.
Okay, so Jenny, do you understand the difference between them?
Yeah.
Okay, so now based on that, let me just quickly go out of here. Okay. Okay, so I want you to imagine that you are going to open a private academy. Okay, you want to teach students something that they will like, and you want them to enjoy coming to your academy. How will you achieve this? Complete the table below. Okay, so you're going to name your academy, give it a name, and then you have to, what will you teach right there, and why the students will like it, give a reason. What homework will you give? And why the students will like it, and what will you give students to so that they like your academy, and why students will like it. So you have to give me the reasons. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to complete the table. Okay.
Okay, so not gonna lie, every school that I met, there's always the name of the start. Like the start of the name will be like the name who is the person who at the war who protect our countries.
Yeah.
So all of our school really take that name at the first starter and then put more in to make it more elegant.
You can, yes. So you can name it anything you want.
This is hard. I don't know how to name.
Okay. Don't worry about the name. You can fill in this so long.
Okay. So what will I teach?
Yeah. What will you teach? What would you teach if it was your academy?
Then I will be hired a lot of people, so it wasn't really a problem. So everything, sure. Everything. Yeah. And why student will like it? Well, it's depending on the attitude, opinion, and which will they think that they will lead the most when they grow up, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And like for example, if the student were creative and they want to be an artist, they could go to like an art class to take more time.
There we go.
Yeah,
That's good.
but I don't know how to make it sure. So student could choose what they like the most. Choose, chose, yeah, what they like the most. Like the most. I think I take too much time typing this thing.
No, it's okay. I want you to take your time.
Okay. What homework will I give? Oh my god. I hated homework, not gonna lie. And if I did my student homework, they will be hating like me too. So it will be in a specific kind of date. In days we'll receive the homework. So I'm gonna receive the homework on Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday. No, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Yeah, that will the day I will give the homework. And decide when it's Friday, you could like do your homework on Saturday and Sunday too if you want, because like it's how you feel. But it's only happen on Friday, not in any other day, but only happen on Friday. So everything I saw, it depends on it's depend. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
It depends.
yeah, it depends on what class they just go. Yes. They chose chose to be oh no be in
Depend on what class I choose to be in. Perfect. That's good. I like it, Jenny.
what student will like it. It depends.
Hmm. I like your opinion.
I don't care if the student will hate it. I care if the education is good or not.
Then you must say there it will be
Yeah.
important. It will important for them to that they learn something.
Okay. So this no important for what they learn on. Wait. Sorry, mistake. No, they learn. What will you give students so that they like your academy?
So what will you do differently that they will like it?
This is hard. I mean, each of them has a job, and they go back to home very early because they have a job. So I don't know. I don't know. Free breakfast or free breakfast. I
Ah,
mean,
that's a good idea.
come on, free breakfast, but not the yucky ooey one. I'm gonna give them the best one because I want my student. I just want the grade in the school be best, so a lot of people will attend my school.
Mhm.
Free breakfast that tastes good. Oh no, tastes good.
And why will they like it?
Well, it's because that some of the student will have a job. It's just that some of the job they attend don't give them that much money that they receive. Even though how much hard work they do.
Mhm.
Maybe one student will like it because at least they have a free meal.
There we go. Now you are thinking great.
I'm not gonna force them to pay the breakfast. I'm just gonna give them a free meal. I don't know if I'm gonna end up broke to give so many students free breakfast, but who cares? I'm done.
Perfect. Well done, Jenny. I like that. Okay. Now, why should we educate children, in your opinion?
So they could grow up and be independent and know what they are doing.
Well said. And what do you think about private education? What are your thoughts on that?
It's a good learning skill. The payment is not bad because how like high quality because I think I am in a private education. Maybe not or maybe do because well the payment in there is very expensive cost about 2 or 3 or 6 or 1 million. But I don't know. I mean like so it depends. It depends.
And why do you think so many Koreans attend private academies?
Well, because they want to learn the countryside and they want to be in part of it and they want to support it.
Mm-hmm. Well done. Now, let's read the article. We should ban private education. So, can you read for us the article?
Imagine learning more challenging subjects after studying hard at school all day. For many students in South Korea, this happens every day. But do we really need private education? Some people argue that we should ban private education because it is unnecessary. One reason is that students will be too fatigued. In other words, they will be very tired. Students go to school for many hours each day. When they go to private academies, they are too tired to study well. Many students usually fall asleep or feel stressed. Another reason is that many successful countries don't have private academies. For example, students in Finland do not have private education, but they are some of the smartest students in the world. Other people argue that private education has many benefits. Students who attend private academies improve much faster. They know much more than students. These students get to study more subjects and learn them in more detail. Kind of true. Another benefit of private education is that students can have more time with the teacher. The class size of private academies are much smaller than those of regular schools. As a result, students can get help when they're sick. Stop. Oh, okay.
Now, based on what you read, why are students who go to private academies too tired?
Because they are a lot more. They have a lot more subject, and the in there is high quality. That means it's more detail and more homework than the other normal academies.
True. And what usually happens when students attend private academies?
Well, it depends on which school they have, and sometimes some of the students will improve their IQ. They will know much more better than the other student would have, and the thinking skill would be like more wiser.
Okay. And do all successful countries have private education?
Well, it's not all of the country,
Not all.
and it doesn't mean if the successful country will have private education. It depends on the laws.
Yeah. And why do students who attend private academies improve faster and know more?
It's because that they have lot more time with the teacher, and that means the teacher will teach them more than the other school will take. And that will mean the teacher will teach them more detail and more things to know in life. They sometimes will speak about things they have in the past life and what they have now.
Yes, absolutely. And why can students at private academies get more help?
Well, it's because that when they have a bad grade or about anything, the teacher will ask them reason why this, then they will answer that, and the teacher will be like keep an eye on the student to know if they are really, really in a bad place, so the teacher can teach them more.
Yeah. Well done, Jenny. That was amazing. Now, moving on to the vocabulary. Can you complete this for us?
Finding Mount Everest is very challenging. Challenging. Oh, oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Next
The
one.
smart student wants to learn the topic in more detail. I could maybe change that, but I'm not sure. Melissa was really blah 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 after studying for 8 hours. Fatigue. What is fatigue? Fatigue. I'm taking too much time now.
It's okay.
Okay. Compared with private academies, blah blah, school do not have any teacher. Regular, I think. Regular school do not have many teachers. I mean, like, they're not true. I did see the same teacher each grade. But you know what? At least they have a good payment back. The math question was very difficult. I was blah 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 for a long time before I got the right answer.
Mm-hmm.
But you hit the jackpot though. I was stuck. Oh yeah, yeah. I think it's definitely that answer and not the other. I'm done.
What does it mean to be stuck, Jenny?
It's like we stuck in one place. It depends. Like we stuck in a room, we stuck in the mall. Like stuck could be lost or don't know where to go. Or stuck could be like you don't know how to do this, you don't know how to solve this, and your mind was going bubbly and you don't know how to do anything. So that kind of stuck until
And
you
what
got the right one.
and what does it mean to be fatigued?
It's like kind of like tired.
Ah. And if something is challenging, what does that mean?
Like it's very difficult and hard.
And to give detail?
Detail is like more information than the other.
And if something is done regularly, what does that mean?
It's normally or commonly.
Perfect. Well done, Jenny. Now moving on to the next part. So you are going to match for us the supporting and refuting opinions. So I'm going to do this for you. Okay. So you're going to choose A, B, C, or D. Okay. For both of them. Let me just, sorry. Let me do, there we go. Okay. Perfect. Read carefully. If you don't know the first one, and then move on to the next one, and then you can go back.
Okay. It's not fair to have private education. Students who attend private academies can learn more. Private academies stop children from being active. Parents want private education for their children because they're too busy to do any exercise. So free is A. It's only what I think, so I'm not gonna be sure. Because some students cannot afford to attend private academies. I'll pass. Because many of the teachers are expert in the subject. A is definitely C. D because they think regular schools are not enough. Okay. Maybe one is D. Because some students cannot afford to attend private academies. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I feel kind of like in a loop right now. So, because some students cannot afford to attend private academies, parents want to have parents want private education for the children. Oh, I got in a loop. Wait. I'm not fixing it in a different one. Um, um, where is it? Where is it? Oh, okay. Okay, I got wrong. I'm gonna fix it. It may be confused looking at it, but I'm trying my best. I'm gonna fix it.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a dot right over there. Yeah, that's a dot. And to this one. This dot to this one, this dot to this one. Yeah, the red one I fixed it. And the blue one, well, I'm gonna erase the blue one with this one. The blue with the green cover is the wrong one, so you don't have to look for it. So I'm done with the supporting opinion.
Okay, you can move on to the refuting.
So private academies have much better classroom, and Korean students will be too tired to study at private academies. The class size of private academies are much smaller than those of regular schools. Students don't enjoy studying in private academies. I don't think so. Many private academies have hundreds of students in one class. I'ma fix it. I'ma fix it. Okay, so I don't think so many private academies have hundreds of students in one class. So, oh no. Oh no, I messed up. Okay, I fixed it. That's
Okay.
fine. And number one, wait. Oh no. Today I'm being a very delulu now. I just kept doing that wrong. I don't think so. Many schools have modern classroom and computers. These classrooms are better than those of private academies. So one is definitely B for what I thought. Oh no. Oh my god. Okay, I'm fixing it. The statue students can be more creative in private academies. As a result, they enjoy staying there. Student join the private academies, student will be this. I don't pass. This not true. Korean students don't become tired at school because they do not study at all. Wait. Okay. Fourth is what? Oh, four is C. I got mixed up. Okay, I'm done.
Well done, Jenny. That was good. Okay, there we go. Our students with 10 private academies, then more. Yes. Correct. Private academies stop children from being active. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, and private academies have much more classrooms. I don't think so many of them school room computers, classrooms. There we go. Korean students will be too tired to study private. Yes. Excellent. So private academies are smaller than those in regular schools. Yes. Well done, Jenny. Excellent. Now moving on to the next part, okay? So you are going to do the supporting and opposing, but you're gonna take three different colors. You know what to do. So the main idea, supporting ideas, and the examples, different color.
Okay. So the main one probably like we should ban private education. That's the main one and supporting one. The first reason is that is not fair. Yeah. And supporting why parents need to pay for their children to go to private academies. Some parents cannot afford these fees. As a result, children who cannot attend private class will learn less and get lower test scores. I'm not sure this can stop them being successful. Not really. Supporting why. Another reason is that we should not allow private education and is that many regular schools have another reason we should we should not allow private education is that many regular schools have very good classroom. I could be wrong at this part, but I'm not sure. Students can learn in a great environment at school, and they don't,
Well done,
and
Jenny.
they
Here we go. The opposing opinion.
we should allow private education. That's the main one. And many parents don't think that their children education at real school is good, supporting one. Therefore, they want their children to have private education so that they can learn much as possible. Okay. In fact, private education is the reason in South Korean students have become so smart. Main reason why. Another great thing about private academy is that students can do more creative and interesting activities. Students enjoy learning when they can experiment or use their imagination. So I'm trying.
Jenny, that was amazing. Okay, now moving on to the next part. So now you've read the opposing and supporting. So do you think it is a problem if some students cannot afford private education?
Well, if they cannot afford private education, they can just go to regular education. But it's most likely to be depend on which education that they need to get, and is it good or bad depending on the teacher teaching.
Good, well said. And do you think students who go to the private academies learn more?
Well, it depends. I mean, like it would be great to go to private academies to learn more, but it doesn't mean that regular academies will make you happier with that. But still, private academy mean no different than just regular. It's just that they just hire the education of learning skills. Even though it's hard at first, but that's okay. You get used to it.
And what do your parents think about regular schools? Do they think that you learn enough at school?
Well, they think that no. Even though I did go to school that's high quality, therefore the learning skill are 10 times goddamn harder than I could even doubt. But I think that I kind of use it because I only get 9, 10, sometimes 8 because how clumsy am I.
Yeah.
They still don't think that's enough. So they tell me more class. At first, I did have more math class than usual, but now the school didn't allow that anymore, so I couldn't attend that anymore. So now I just have this.
And do you like to be in a class with few students or do you prefer in a class with many students?
Well, it depends. I mean, only a few students can I feel nice and peaceful and feel like a kindergarten kind of way. But I think I will be like stick to a lot because I could make make a lot of friends. I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay, so Jenny, you're gonna choose. Which one would you like to debate for homework? Number 1, 2, or 3?
Number 3.
Number 3. It is better to learn in a class with fewer students. So you are going to oppose and you're going to refute. So tell me, Jenny, did you enjoy today's session about private education?
Yeah.
Well done, and I'm very, very impressed with your opinions about private education. I know you don't know too much about it, but you did really, really great. So Jenny,